Hey, there's a high pollen warning.
Yeah, dude, I'm like too tough for that.
Really?
Yeah. Pollen doesn't affect me.
Yeah, I take a 24-hour allergy med every day of my life.
Every day, not just when it's high pollen?
Nope, every day. Hey, what high pollen? Is that a mechanic in Persona 5?
You tell me.
I think it's like for the mementos nonsense.
Yeah.
There's different weather that affects how the consciousness of society is. So like high pollen, the enemies are like more pissed off and they aggro and stuff.
I guess that's kind of true in real life, right?
Yeah, and like rainy days. Sometimes there's really nice days, or like if it's super sunny, the shadows are just like sluggish and they don't want to fight.
Yeah, dude. I'm not allergic to pollen, but I'm kind of allergic to bullshit.
Oh yeah, no bullshit.
Yeah, I'm allergic to it, and my nose has been running
all day.
All day.
Is that because of April Fools?
I've been sneezing. I've been sneezy.
Did you get pranked?
Dude, I didn't get pranked this year. Did you?
Yeah, I think I skipped it entirely. Though I follow like one of the Discords I'm in. There's a news channel for like all World of Warcraft news. It just like auto populates all day. So all day it's just been like filtering with bullshit news and then like one truth. But I can't trust them. But Blizzard's always done that. They do like little goofs every year. Like Overwatch had the stinky thing. Do you remember the smellometer or whatever? You could smell Winston.
No, they didn't do that.
They did that. It was marketing like a stinky apparatus for your face, and it would inject tranquility into your nose.
I mean, that sounds kind of nice.
Yeah, you could smell Reinhardt's armor.
See, that's like too obvious of an April Fool's joke. That wouldn't get me.
Yeah, that one is a little much.
It has to be a little bit believable.
I think I remember the first April Fool's joke ever. Not like
the first ever
in the world, but maybe the one that like fucked up the internet. And it was that Legend of Zelda like live action trailer.
Right.
And everyone's like, holy moly, they're doing it. And like, dude, it looked like Coco Melon. Like, I was not pranked by that at all.
Were you pranked by SEGA's April Fool's joke this year? This quote unquote April Fool's joke?
I kid you not. So, first off, you send me the trailer.
Yeah.
And the trailer, I felt, was the April Fool's joke.
Mm-hmm.
And what it turned out to be is that they actually released the dang thing.
Yeah, it honestly made me wonder. All right, so I guess context here. SEGA released a video game for April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
That's not what April Fool's is.
Yeah, jokes on who? Who's the joke on?
An April Fool's joke would be saying that you're going to release the game and then you don't release the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
so it made me wonder. Well, first off, it made me wonder, does SEGA know what April Fool's is? So I went back the past few years to see if they had done April Fool's in the past.
What'd you find?
So we'll start in 2019. They did release like a image that said Sonic Royale. I guess like a battle royale joke.
Like Casino Royale, James Bond.
Yeah. Like a BR thing, which is pretty funny. They didn't do anything for 2020, but I guess like not a lot of people were making jokes.
Not a lot to joke about.
In April of 2020. So they skipped that year. In 2021, SEGA didn't have an April Fool's joke, but G Fuel came out with a chili dog flavored formula for April Fool's.
Yep. Yeah, Sonic's favorite.
Yeah, and they tagged Sega, and it was like more of a collab,
Yeah, sure. They kind of they were brought in on the joke.
And in 2022, last year, they teased like a Chow themed bao dumpling.
Okay, more food.
More food, yeah. Which I would absolutely crush, I think.
I bet it was cute as hell.
It was cute. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
So they know what April Fool's is. But they made a video game. Did you play it?
I did play it. So even more context. You sent me the trailer, and I guess like 10 seconds into it, I spit water all over everywhere.
Yeah.
Because the trailer just opens up and Sega like, hey, we've listened to all your feedback. They hit us with one of those. You asked, we listened. Sonic's dead.
And he's in the Peter Griffin.
He's in the Peter Griffin death pose, all tangled up.
Yeah.
So Sega just being in on the joke, and I was convinced Sonic was dead.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it came from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, they told us, and they did the Peter Griffin pose.
Yeah.
Which always takes me back to the Stardew Valley bed mods, where they can mod the grandpa into the pose. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I immediately downloaded that stuff. I did not play it until I started it at 11:30 last night.
Really?
Yeah, and I beat the whole thing.
Okay, so when did you go to sleep?
3.
Dang.
Maybe a little after 2.
Okay. Yeah.
But it took a bit to fall asleep. 'Cause I started reading a book in bed too.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I would say I finished up about 2. So it's not like it wasn't a long thing, but honestly, it was really good.
Dude, it was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain the premise, or want me to explain the premise?
It's a whodunit. I had seen on the internet like, oh, Sega made like an Ace Attorney Sonic game, but it's more of like an Agatha Christie Sonic game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a Knives Out.
Yeah, and it takes place on a train, which is the best setting to do one of these on. Did you play I think it was Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door?
Whoa, is that the new Paper Mario?
Nah, dude, it's like the GameCube one.
Oh, well, still, actually, better answer, no, I have not played any Paper Mario.
There's like a whole segment of that game where it turns into like a murder mystery on a train.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Yeah.
And so also this came at a really good time. I realized yesterday I'm on this like murder mystery visual novel kind of kick. Mm-hmm. So one, I restarted Ace Attorney. Got down the 3DS when I could and no one else could. Solving murders on the 3DS is fantastic. You just like sort through with your little stylus. It's a lot easier. But then also like right before playing Sonic, we watched these 2 movies on Netflix called Murder Mystery.
The Adam Sandler one?
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
They're pretty goofy. They're fun little whodunits.
Yeah.
And I've also been playing Paranormasight. But regardless, this Sonic thing came at a good time.
Yeah.
I just have the itch to solve murders now, and I want more of this type of content. But the train is honestly, it's like the best entry-level setting to this sort of genre. Harkens back to the Murder at the Orient Express.
Yeah, the Agatha Christie stuff.
That's that good stuff.
In this case, it's called the Mirage Express. That's the name of the train in the Sonic game.
Close enough. Which
I don't know if we've said. The title is The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. That's the name of the thing.
Yeah, pretty spot on. I was convinced.
And maybe the April Fool's joke is that Sonic wasn't actually murdered, or was he?
It's hard to tell. So the story of this game is that it's Amy's birthday. Amy is also a hedgehog, I believe.
Is she?
I think so. Might be. But it's Amy's birthday, and she wanted to throw a murder mystery party on a train. Rents out the whole train, and you play as the conductor's little new employee helper. Which, oddly enough, I named my character Big the Cat, who was noticeably absent from this whole game.
So he was in a background still.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I missed him?
At times you can look outside of the window of this game, and in one of the panels, he's just like chilling on an island.
Is he fishing?
I think so.
Damn, that's like his move. All right, well, I was Big the Cat.
Sure, yeah.
So, everyone in typical murder mystery fashion. I don't know, have you ever done like a real life whodunit murder mystery?
No, I haven't. Have you?
Besides playing like, I don't know, does like that One Night Werewolf game count?
Sure, but like not like an IRL like folk game.
Yeah, and follow up, did you kind of want to do one after this?
Kinda, yeah.
They do one in Peddler's Village, so
no, we should just do one with like our friends.
Yeah, I don't want to like play with strangers. But
no, are you kidding me?
Yeah, so everyone gets a secret role card except for your character, Amy, and Tails. Tails is the detective. Amy's the birthday girl. Or I think the reporter is her actual role here. So these are people that cannot be the murderer. Everyone else gets 1 hour to mingle about the train. And I guess real quick, things just happen there, right?
What did you think of Detective Tails?
I like Detective Tails. No Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
But I think I would help Tails out again if they continued making these.
I thought Detective Tails was very cute.
Yeah.
I think if you give like a little guy a job, it's gonna work for me. Like Detective Pikachu, Captain Toad. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Captain Toad. I like when he's like working.
He's like,
nope, that's Gruntilda. Sorry.
Yeah, incorrect.
Yeah, sorry. It's Gruntilda.
That's Yoda.
I'll get it. Oh, Yoda's a little guy with a job.
What's his job?
He's the Senate, or
I haven't seen Star Wars. You could tell me anything.
Oh yeah, he trains Luke Skywalker. He was employed. He sat on like a board of bigwigs. Like the corporate shill Jedi. He was like one of them.
Okay. Yeah, I believe you.
Yeah. Yeah, Tails, I think, fits this role really well. Tails is a smart character.
Trustworthy.
A friend to all.
Truly.
Did you recognize all these characters?
So vaguely. I guess we should mention, Knuckles is here. Shadow is here.
Vector.
Vector,
crocodile.
Of course. So Vector and the other guy, I feel like, what's his name?
Epios.
Espio.
Espio. I think it's Espio.
Espio. I feel like I might have played their game back in the day.
It's Espio.
Like deep in the back of my brain, I was like, I think I know this character.
Oh, yeah, they're the Team Chaotix.
Yeah. I recognized Rouge because of Sonic Adventure 2. And then the princess one?
Oh, Blaze the cat.
Blaze. What's Blaze from? Do you know?
I know Blaze was in like the Sonic X anime stuff. They appeared in some of the other games, but they're like essentially the Sonic of a different world. Yeah, they kind of like jump dimensions.
Okay.
But she has that same kind of defender role. She's all powerful. She got pyro powers.
Right.
I've never seen that lizard before in my life though. Espio? That was a chameleon.
All right. Sorry, I'm googling. The chameleon. What game was he from?
First appearance looks like it was Knuckles. Knuckles Chaotix.
That's the name of a video game?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Okay.
I guess Sonic Heroes. Wow, how do we get into Sonic games? There's like surprisingly a lot of them.
Yeah. I don't know where to start.
There's so many, and unfortunately, when you Google a lot of these characters, there's a lot of like fan forums come up first. Like Sonic has Garfield levels of fan art and deep lore that is written by the people.
Yeah. It's almost been like taken over, I guess. Like the creators don't have control.
Yeah, I think SEGA has lost full creative control of Sonic.
Yeah, it's essentially public domain now.
Yeah, and looking at like the credits for this game, there was like a lot of people from like the social media team that were on board for like the production and story writing of it. So I think it was a lot of kind of online people that understand what the community wants out of Sonic.
Yeah,
hence killing him.
It didn't feel like a top-down kind of thing.
Yeah, like Big SEGA maybe like gave it a once-over.
Yeah, Big SEGA just like took a glance at it and was just like, yeah, okay, and just signed off on it without like really understanding.
Wait, you actually killed Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you explore with Tails and you're interviewing everyone kind of train car by train car to figure out holes in their story and figure out what they did in that hour that led to Sonic's death and who done it.
But crucially, when you stumble upon Sonic at the beginning of the game, he's like actually in trouble.
Yeah, and your character kind of lets it go.
Yeah, you're like, is he acting or is this for real? For real?
Yeah, he's like, I don't think he has a pulse, but wow, they're really into this game.
It like really reminded me of Glass Onion, because like that's a whodunit where there's like a murder mystery at a murder mystery party.
Yes.
And that's kind of what's happening here as well.
Yes, again, scratching a huge itch.
Yeah.
Love that. Yeah, so you kind of just leave Sonic there, assuming he's playing the game. And then what's the first car you're working through? I don't know, like what kind of spoilers we want to get into here. Just sort of like the premise of it. You do make it through the whole security car. I guess there's just a couple I want to touch on, but I definitely don't want to spoil what everyone was doing.
Yeah. You can put up a spoiler wall if you'd like. I mean, it takes a couple hours to beat.
Okay. So here's some spoilers, but as you're interviewing people, you find that Shadow the Hedgehog has been locking doors behind him as he travels through the cart.
Mm-hmm.
And when you finally get to Shadow's area and you're interviewing him, you're kind of realizing all like the holes in his story, and also your character loves to check the trash can in every single cabin.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, you go, there's got to be something in here.
Yeah.
Well, in Shadow's cabin, you finally find something in the trash can.
Yeah.
And it's revealed that Shadow forgot to get Amy a birthday present.
Mm-hmm.
So he was working on getting these like really hard to find concert tickets for her. So he was locking the door so she couldn't come and find out.
What was the band name? It was like bee related.
Yeah, something bee.
It's like the honeycomb something maybe.
Yeah, but
and he printed the homepage.
Yeah, because Shadow doesn't know how to use a computer.
Yeah,
but he was trying so hard, and that was like the most charming bit of this game, I think.
Yeah, what's like that sounds like a character archetype, right? Like the character who comes across as like very edgy and serious and mean, and then like wants to do something good but like fucks it up real bad.
Richie?
Yeah.
Shadow's a himbo.
Yeah.
He's always done good. I mean, he's a weird villain type.
Anti-hero, maybe?
Yeah, he's the anti-hero.
He's like an edgy himbo.
Yeah. I think he falls into like a Venn diagram of maybe where like himbos meet.
Yeah.
I like if you had here's the Venn diagram.
Mm-hmm.
You got Kiru Kazuma on one side, Shadow the Hedgehog on the other. In the center, it just says printing the homepage.
Yeah, no, they share traits. I just think like a himbo has to be outwardly kind. He's missing that.
I guess he's outwardly mean. He's the Anti-Himbo.
Yeah, that's it.
Inwardly nice, outwardly mean.
Okay,
and then the middle of the Venn diagram is dumb as bricks.
Yes, yep. Mm-hmm. And
there we go.
Arguably hot as hell.
Well, anywho, I love Shadow.
Sure, yeah.
Whoa, that just brought back a weird memory. So, it was one of the many fast food places, but one of the Happy Meals or toy things were actual Sonic the Hedgehog little video game devices.
Really?
Yeah, and they had like 2 buttons on them, and
sure.
I guess they were kind of like auto runners. But I had a Shadow the Hedgehog one, and it was incredible. But they had like a game for every character. Yeah, they were like actual like Mr. Game & Watch style ass games, but released probably in the late 90s.
And they had to have produced like millions of them so that children could get them for free with like a burger.
Yeah. Eat our nasty nuggets and we'll give you a Shadow the Hedgehog video game.
I guess like the marketing thought behind that is like, well, if we give them a free Sonic game, maybe they'll buy the one where like Shadow has guns. Like like they'll be invested in this series leading to future sales.
Oh, yeah, if you start them young and then I found it.
Really? Do you have any details? Like the year, the fast food joint?
2003, McDonald's.
Okay.
Oh, there was a wow, listen to this cast.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had a Tails game, Sonic, actually 2 Sonic games.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had Shadow the Hedgehog, Knuckles, and a Super Monkey Ball.
There was a Super Monkey Ball game in there? Wow. Wait, this isn't all one game, right?
No, it's 6 different games, so you had to eat a lot of burgers to get them all.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll send you a little picture just so you can look at it. But yeah, so 2003 mini handhelds for McDonald's. But I had the Shadow the Hedgehog one, which looking at it now, it's actually a 1-button game, but it played like Kirby's Air Grind.
James, I have great news for you.
What?
I went on to ebay.com.
Okay.
And it looks like, I'll say what the title is here. 2003 Sonic the Hedgehog McDonald's electronic game. That has to be what you're talking about. Do you want to guess the price on that?
I'm looking at one that's $39, $40.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, I mean, it says $15. You could get this if you want. Oh, I think we just sent each other the same link. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, so I sent one that has all of them. Oh, maybe that's why it's $40.
It's a better deal.
Oh, I have such fond memories of this little game. I think we got it on the way going to Wildwood for like Irish weekend or something.
Yeah.
You know, us Philly people, we go to Jersey. I don't know. It sucks. But we go there.
It's a pilgrimage. Yeah.
But we got some Dundies on the way and got a little game.
Yeah. I miss this.
Oh, so there's something so nice and simple about a little compact game like that. I want a console that does one thing.
And like it just comes with like your burgers and fries.
It's like dinner in a movie, but you get dinner in a game.
Yeah.
Oh, that gives me warm fuzzies. I'm glad I played a Sonic the Hedgehog game last night.
Yeah.
Hey, this ring. So every time you find you kind of have a lead and you're interrogating someone, it makes you play Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, you mentioned that
they're hard as shit.
They are hard.
I think that's the only reason I had to play for as long as I did.
Yeah.
And then on the final run, because one, I couldn't figure out how to pause the game either.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just keeps on running. Like, you miss a ring, you fall in a hole, it just starts up again. It's like the impossible game. You're kind of stuck in a loop.
Yeah.
But then, I hit probably escape, maybe? Went to options. There was an invincibility mode.
Oh.
And you can turn off the pitfalls.
Okay.
So I did that on the very final one, because you need like 80 rings.
It's pretty difficult. I didn't see that option, so I just like played it for like 15 minutes until I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I got through most of them, but they became absurd.
Yeah.
But hey, they were fun. I like collecting rings. It's like a 2D thing. It makes your eyes go cross-eyed because you're running on a checkered board as well.
Yeah. The isometric like view of it kind of makes it pretty difficult. I can't judge like distance properly when playing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this game had, I think overall, it works its way into like a pretty incredible twist.
Incredible twist.
Yeah. Like it was a whodunit and a whodunit at a murder party where someone's been murdered.
It's like a whodunit at a micro and a macro scale.
Yeah. Incredible. I took a lot of screenshots too. I'll send you some for if you need any episode art. A little peek behind the curtain. I've got no creative juices visually.
No, I want to see it. I took some screenshots, but I'm worried that it's the one that's too obvious, So I wonder if you have like a deep cut that we can throw up there.
Mine are pretty funny. Like, I got my name tag where it says, "Hello, my name is Big the Cat." Oh, I got
pretty good.
I got the Sonic and the Peter Griffin pose. I mean, that might just be.
Yeah, it's a little too good.
Yeah, there's definitely some other like really funny shots in there, but
we should note this game is like really good looking.
Did we mention it's free?
It's free. It's free.
You rob SEGA and get away without getting punished. You can just take this game. Yeah, the art is incredible.
Yeah, the art's incredible. A lot of like flat shapes and just like really good textures. Mm-hmm. But is this not just the same thing as the 2003 McDonald's toy? We get a game for free, right? And like 20 minutes ago, were we not just saying like, how do we get into Sonic?
Whoa. Yeah, they just introduced free Sonic with a whole cast of characters. Not unlike McDonald's, you don't know which game you were going to get with your 4 chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
So you go, ooh, who's this Tails character? But in 2003, I don't know how the internet worked, but it was probably harder to find as much Tails fan art as you can now.
Yeah, there's a lot less of it.
Yeah, now we have all these characters in our head. We're Googling Sonic stuff again.
And like, I have Sonic Frontiers just like...
Holy moly.
At my fingertips.
Richie,
I wonder if I should try it.
I forgot that a whole ass Sonic game just came out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you own it? How is it at your fingertips?
The PlayStation Plus Game Pass thing. It's not free on there, but there's a trial. Okay. And I feel like I might just download the trial.
Yeah, I mean, that might give you enough to, run around an open world, and I'm hoping that, like, gent guitar music plays.
Yeah. Meshuggah.
Yeah.
SEGA
Interesting choice.
They contracted Meshuggah to do the soundtrack.
Oh, man. Sega's onto something.
Yeah. I'm just saying, this is how they get you. I'm like 2 hours away from getting got into buying Sonic Frontiers. I'm gonna start with maybe. Well, I did play like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. Those were like actually incredible games. Absolutely.
And then I used to speedrun Sonic, the first one.
Yeah.
But No, other than that, I don't know. There's like all these like lore based games, and I know nothing about them.
Yeah, dude, I don't even know where to start.
Just kind of fumbling through my screenshots again, but
Yeah,
I think everyone should play the free Sonic game.
it's free. It's free real estate.
It's visual novel summer now.
Yeah, you said another name of a visual novel.
I'm playing a couple right now.
Yeah, do you want to like run through that?
Yeah. Again, so I already mentioned Ace Attorney. You're familiar with the first one. But the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, I'm playing through that. That game opens up not unlike the first one, where you're trying to get to the bottom of a murder, like you're defending your best friend. In this one, you are framed for the murder, so you're proving that you didn't do it. It's a very good open.
Yeah.
But I've also been playing Paranormasight.
Can you break that out for me phonetically?
Okay. Paranorma, probably paranormal, ghosts, stuff.
Okay. Drop the L, add a site.
Add sight, which what I'm guessing is a play on the word sight, like looking, which is cool though, because this game takes place in Japan. It's called Paranormasight: The Seven Mysteries of Hanjo, I believe. Okay. But it's like actual. Sorry, I got the Yoda phlegm buildup.
Yeah, it just comes out sometimes.
Yeah,
can't help it.
But all the like locations, it's actually like a 360 camera. Like it almost looks like they dropped a drone in these places and took 360 footage.
Like Google Maps?
Yeah, like Google Maps. It like drops you in a Google map of these places. I think they put like an overlay over it. The whole kind of game is based around you watching it play out through an old CRT television. So when you're investigating though, you can rotate a full 360. And I think that's the sight part. And that's also where a lot of the horror lies. They're very good at making you like turn around.
Yeah.
And
This is like such a brief aside. I started playing Kingsfield this week.
The hell's that?
Like the precursor to Dark Souls.
Yeah. From's first baby?
Yeah, for like the PS1. And because of how slow the camera turns, turning every corner is just so scary.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of anticipation in like what's going to happen around here.
Yeah, that's like even playing the newer Resident Evils, the first person ones. I have to commit to corners. I turn them so fast. I go like, if the scary thing's there, it's going to get me. But like in this one, dude, sometimes you'll turn around like twice and they get you. They get you on the third one. But so it's the same kind of like Ace Attorney sort of concept where you're in the scene and you're able to click around and stuff, but instead of just looking at a flat location looking for clues, you get the full like up, down, spin around kind of look, and the camera angles are very cool.
Really?
But essentially you're playing as these characters, and which also this game was made by Square Enix.
What? Yeah.
And I'm playing it on my phone, which might be the best place to play it.
Okay,
I heard on Switch like it's a game where you're kind of moving a cursor around with the thumbstick. But on your phone you just put 2 fingers on the screen and whip that camera around.
Okay. Dang.
Yeah, and so you're kind of following through a bunch of branching stories. There's these 7 more or less curses that you're investigating. And each one has special conditions that can be met to sort of screw over other people that have curses. So you're getting to meet all these people. And as you kind of get after the initial, act 1 of the story, it opens up branching timelines where you can then go back and maybe make a different choice to create a new branch. And then just go through making this huge web of mildly spooky character stories.
Yeah.
The horror is pretty front loaded, and then it's a little more like kind of spooky investigation.
Right.
But I have a lot of fun playing it on my phone. A little scary to play in bed, but it's a good visual novel, and like every time you get new information, it's very quick to tell you like, hey, your files have been updated, and you can go and just like read through stuff.
Nice.
I've only had to Google stuff once so far, which was good.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, so I got this itch. I don't know where to go from here playing these visual novels.
Like, what's next?
Yeah, like I played all the Danganronpas ages ago, and then I've sort of stayed out of the genre since. Those games are a little dark.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Bum you out a bit.
Yeah, I think if you're coming to me asking, I think you're barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah, you don't like to read, right? Or you don't know how to read?
Yeah, I don't know how to read. Which isn't something I wanted to admit here, but now that you just said it.
Well, this is an audio kind of thing, so nobody's going to be able to like prove it.
Yeah. Except, I just said it, so.
Yeah, hey, I just sent you this word. Can you read it for me?
Yeah, is it on Discord?
Yeah, no, it's a joke. I didn't send you any words.
Yeah, sorry, I can't read this.
Oh, now they know.
Did you watch the Tears of the Kingdom trailer?
Oh,
or gameplay video?
I did. I was a little late to watching that, but I finally did, and was kind of excited again. I've sort of been like not really caring about this whole second game.
It's hard because it's in the same setting, right?
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the same stink, but like maybe there won't be a giant bird floating in the sky anymore.
Yeah, but the fuse mechanic, I guess, just sold all of us collectively.
Dude, that kicks the game wide open.
It really does. Especially
because I don't know if this is, again, I know absolutely nothing about game design, but I guess they probably still played around in the same Breath of the Wild sandbox when developing it.
Right.
So they were stuck with all the broken weapons. Like, durability is the worst part of Breath of the Wild.
Well, it looks like durability is still in this game.
Yeah. But
it gives you all the options in the world to just, like, make any weapon you dream of. Like,
because now it's, like, before weapons breaking felt like almost like a punishment. Like, hey, here's a weapon, it's going to break. We're sorry. But now they want your weapons to break because they want you to experiment and make something new.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Like even a broken stick, I'm going to attach it to a full tree.
I do wonder what the limits are. Because they also show you that like you can essentially make like a car or a boat.
Or a mech. Nobody's confirmed a mech, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah, and I wonder if I could just like throw that on a stick and make like a car weapon. I'm sure there's limitation.
As long as you have a stick, it can be a hilt for anything. I hope I can pick up one of the islands with a stick.
Yeah, an eventide weapon.
Yeah, and escaping caves with the tunnel through the ceiling button.
Wild.
That's pretty fun too. But yeah, I mean, Fuse is there. I don't really know what the story is for this one, other than now there's big islands in the sky.
Yeah, which is pretty tight.
Yeah, and they haven't shown anything about bosses or temples or dungeons yet. But do you remember if they were pretty like open about the divine beasts in the marketing for Breath of the Wild?
I don't recall actually.
Yeah, because that like I remember starting that game and then just seeing you start out, it does the big pan around a mountain, but you can see the floating bird divine beast in the background.
Yeah.
And that was maybe the best opening I've seen in a game in a long time, and I didn't even finish Breath of the Wild for many years.
Yeah, I'm like all re-excited about this game. I mean, I was always going to play it, but
yeah, I'm you know what? This is kind of that big statue. I'm going to call it a kink. We love big statues, but the divine beast kind of hit that big statue nerve, where it's just like awe-inspiring to see such a large structure in the distance. I kind of hope those are here again.
Yeah, and if they aren't, it's like, oh, there's a big sky island in the distance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh boy, but I want them to be sentient.
Yeah. I want to climb inside a big statue.
Yeah. Oh, that's this month, right?
May, I believe.
May. That's okay.
Are there any weapons you want to create? Like everyone saw Alnuma like scroll over the meat. Meat, the meat arrow.
Pass over the meat twice.
Yeah.
And then, a meat arrow would be cool, and I'm assuming that's going to be for like baiting animals, like shooting meat far away so you can get close to like a dangerous boar.
I love that. Yeah.
So obviously I'll make a meat arrow, but I'll use it exclusively as a weapon. Probably make a big hammer.
I don't know if you know this about me, James, but I'm vegan,
Oh.
I don't really use meat. So what do you think like a banana arrow would do?
You'll shoot
I guess the same thing.
Yeah, and then like a big orangutan. It's gonna appear on the screen. Because they showed attaching an eyeball to an arrow makes it like a homing thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of these items are going to have specific mechanics tied to like various enemies in the world. So obviously banana, huge orangutan. That's going to be out there. You're going to be able to lure it with the banana arrow.
Or like you just like pump the enemy with like potassium.
I wonder if you can just hold the banana like a gun.
Yeah. This honestly made me think, do you remember the gun bat?
I remember the gun bat.
Yeah.
That was funny.
We brainstormed like, this was like in high school. We would draw like a hypothetical weapon that was like a handgun.
Yeah.
With like a bat as a bayonet, which I still think is funny. Comedically, just like.
It's a silly bayonet.
Yeah.
Especially like in a world where weapons are pretty damn scary. It's funny to turn them into objects that are more or less useless.
Yeah.
But I think that really does crack open the entire case for Tears of the Kingdom. Like what type of bayonets can we attach to our weapons?
Yeah. It made me think a lot. I've been listening to this podcast for a while now. It's like a Souls-like podcast called, oh God, why am I blanking here? Bonfireside Chat. Shout out to those dudes. It's Cole Ross and Gary Butterfield. Dude, I remember their names, but not the name of their podcast. Anyway, they when Sekiro came out, that they will often compare Sekiro and Elden Ring and describe them as games that are prescriptive or permissive. Like in Sekiro, like you have to play the game right in order to make it past. It turns into like a rhythm game, right? There's like you have to press the buttons at the right time in order to get past it. And that they would describe that as prescriptive. And Elden Ring is more permissive, where it's like, oh, you have plenty of options to get to the other side of this thing. And like being able to attach a mushroom to a shield so that it creates like a smoke powder, like a smoky thing when you get hit so you can escape. That's like the most permissive thing I've seen.
And I guess, in the case of Elden Ring and now Tears of the Kingdom, this sort of also fits into like my biggest life's philosophy of around.
Yeah.
When
and go around.
When you're met with any resistance, if you are given the choice to go around, always take the around.
Yeah, I'm just so excited to see all the things that you can do in this game.
Ugh.
And also like the mech building stuff, like building cars and boats and stuff. It honestly looked like they took a look at what the community was doing through like glitches and riding boulders through the air and stuff.
Oh yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Like, even when they kind of doubled back and said that the balloons and cars they showed in the previous trailer were all things that Link had created, like especially the balloon stuff to just fly across Hyrule.
Yeah. People have been doing that, like in Breath of the Wild.
Through slapping a tree over a rock with stasis on for like 30 seconds.
Yeah. Or like someone made like a plane.
Whoa.
I forget how they did it though.
But now you can just do it.
Yeah, now it's like Nintendo sanctioned planes.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Wow. Have you played, I mean, I think this is everything I played this week. Have you played anything else? Or are you looking to anything for April? Now that I know Tears of the Kingdom is not this month.
Yeah, I have no idea. I feel like this year was already so front loaded. Like January, February, that shit came out like real hot.
Yeah.
I don't know what's coming out in April.
Yeah, I don't know. I have like this new so as you know, the past holy moly 4 months I've been I've been raiding with a guild on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been, for a long time, it's been a nightmare because we lose people, gain people. It's insane. But we finally killed the final boss of this raid this week. So
after 3 or 4 months?
Yeah, I got the total count. It was 98 attempts on the final boss of this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I beat my head against that. Usually that's like a Thursday thing. But we finally did that. So now I can casually do other things on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, we'll have to play some fighting games.
My
Bedman.
goodness. Yeah, I want to play.
Bedman's dropping.
Oh, when's Bedman?
Like this week.
Bedman ? Oh, this week? Excellent.
Bedman,
you say?
We'll play some Strive.
Yeah, I'll play some Strive. We've also had like a couple of us had an urge to play the Diablo shit again because we played the Diablo 4 beta last week.
Mm-hmm. Hot
as hell. That's all I have to say about it. It was good.
Yeah, I believe you.
Fuck Blizzard.
Fuck Blizzard, hot as hell.
Shit, man. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's see. I can play something real quick and tell you if it's any good.
Real quick.
Yeah, real quick. Let me turn my Switch on.
Are you just gonna like beat Dragon Quest 11 real quick?
Dude, I still haven't walked to the tree. I just gotta walk to the tree. That's the quest I got.
That's the part I want you to just do, and then continue.
Okay. I'll do it now.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do it on the podcast.
Just walk to the Erdtree real quick.
Because this world's a little big.
I said Erdtree, but I meant Yggdrasil.
I know. Hey, is that what the big tree is? The Erdtree? And then they have the minor Erdtrees? That's like the Elden Ring thing, right?
Yeah.
Dude, very cool.
It's cool stuff.
Well, I'm glad Sonic's dead.
Finally.
All right, where's our channel?
GGA Podcast, YouTube. You can search GG Advance anywhere you listen to podcasts. The thing is, like, if you're listening to this, like, you've already found it.
Yeah, and if you
feel me?
If you accidentally listened to this or somehow it's recommended to you, let us know where. We'll hunt them down.
Yeah, make sure it never happens again.
Yeah, no way. We shouldn't be in the recommendation. This is like a need-to-know basis.
Yeah, top secret.
Top secret. Richie, you put out a good video on, I don't know, it's on something, but...
Thanks, man. Wherever you find videos.
Wherever you find videos, you got good stuff on there. And all these episodes post there.
Yeah.
Spotify's still out there. Dude, I think we're on Podcatcher. We're on Overcast.
I think we're on like CNN.com.
Podbean.
Yeah.
2 beans in a pod.
MySpace.
My Zanga. My Zanga specifically. Not Richie Zanga.